when you share something in common that you train for, that you enjoy, especially that you enjoy, because there were days that were hard and we support each other, even sometimes just with silence.
Oh.
But we knew that we were to back up each other there.
Yay! We are live! Yay! Yes, yes! I think we are live. Okay. What's up, Ironman and Beyond busy high achievers all over the world? It's Coach Shangrila, and we have Vinetta here. And of course, we also have our special guests. We have Mario from Minnesota. We have Gloria from Texas. Hello, Gloria. We have Sharon. We have Sharon and Tom from California. We are so excited tonight because tonight we're going to talk about, and I'm going to show you the poster, the announcement that we posted early this morning. It's about realizing, okay, let me share you my screen. Excuse my desktop. Okay, there you go. Realizing how to beat your personal records or PR and train together with your family without losing your mind. You want to make sure it's always happy, keep the harmony, and getting better, right? Helping each other. So, besides what we're going to be talking about, besides the families, that we're going to talk about, like, for example, are you one of those who feel like you're not feeling like you want to help a family member, but you feel like that person is not listening to you, or you probably be misunderstood. You have good intention, but misunderstood, or, the nutrition that works for you may or may not work for your family, right? And we're going to talk about also how, believe it or not, actually, here's Tom here. I'm showing let's say, hi, Tom. And then there's, we also have Sharon. They're over 60s now. So we're going to talk about also what is their drive? What are they doing? How can they stay in sport when they actually have been running 14 years, for example, for Tom, okay? And then for Sharon, 14 years on and off. And how can they stay and be injury free, okay? And then also for Mario and Gloria, they just finished full marathon together. They don't necessarily live in same state, but they're able to actually train on some of the weeks and even race together a couple times. So other things that we're going to talk about, what not to do to continue enjoying training with your family, or also some of the things like how can you actually dial in your nutrition. We're going to talk about that. How about proper breathing technique, or what to do if you've plateaued in running, how to deal, like, for example, if you're feeling pain. So we are going to be learning a lot tonight. Are you guys excited?
Yeah.
All right. So let's check it out. Before we go forward, I want to welcome everyone who's actually going on the line. Let's check who are new here in the group and who's watching. Let's check who's on the line, because
Hi, Justine. Hi, Pauline.
Awesome.
I see JV's calling in. That's awesome.
We got, let me see there. Yep. Welcome, everyone. So if it's your first time to be calling in, say, first time here, Coach. If you're listening to the live version, it just hashtag live, so we know that you're listening live, or hashtag replay. If you're listening, put hashtag replay, so that when we go back, we like, oh, okay, they watch it. And also, when you guys watch it, feel free to actually, when you guys watch the replay, feel free to comment, because we go back to it and communicate to you further. And so at least, we have this connection in our Ironman and Beyond. Okay. So now, I want to know, okay, let me see. I want to start off really quick here. Anyone here who actually is training with their family as we speak right now? Like this year, we were like excited. Hey, Coach, my wife actually and I signed up for a race. We're excited because we are training together, and it's been different. Although now we got to juggle because sometimes the kids. All right.
How about those who want to be training with their family, but nobody from their family
Yes.
wants to do it.
Or like don't understand how come you have to wake up that early. What's wrong with you? Or like, why do you have to sleep? Why do you have to sleep early? Can we just spend more time, right? So those things. If if you're actually, having fun with your family training, or if you want to have that experience, say something, like, what do you want to do with your family? What's your wishes? Is there anything like that you do wish? Okay. Or if you're dealing with, like, for example, low back pain on the arch, okay, or ankle, or any pain or discomfort when you're running or when you're doing triathlon, let us know also, because we're also going to talk about that today. All right. And or nutrition, actually, also.
And then let me say hi to a couple of new people. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Amanda. Watching us live.
Well, Jennifer also just finished her half marathon. Congratulations, Jennifer. Congrats. Amanda, welcome, Amanda. So if you guys are just calling in, we're going to talk about realizing how to beat your PR and train together with your family without losing your mind. Okay, let's introduce now. We have Gloria from Texas. Okay.
Hello.
All right, Mario, Sharon, and Tom.
Hello.
First of all, congratulations on your recent achievement.
Yes.
So let me show you. Actually, I just pulled it up here. Okay. And we got Tom and Sharon finishing a Hilly half marathon just recently. And they did very well. And they're going to tell you more about it later. At the same time, we also have Mario finishing his first full marathon on the same race as his mom.
That's awesome.
Congratulations. Last but not the least, we have Mighty Gloria, who finished several races, got 5K, 10K, half marathon, 26.2 mile run back-to-back in 4 days at Dopey Challenge. Congrats. That was huge.
That was big. That's awesome.
Yeah. So have you always been like this, like really, like, finishing races and feeling so strong? How was it with the finish? Did you guys feel like you finished strong, Tom and Sharon, at the half marathon Rose Bowl?
Yes. How about you?
Yeah. Well, this is the first marathon that I'm able to run to the finish line. So that's a really accomplishment. Yeah.
So before you were walking or jogging?
Yeah. Well, for many years, I always get jealous because at mile 19, people hit the wall. That include me. Gotcha. And I saw people start running. I said, what I do wrong? So after I said, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. So I got looking for some help. And that's what I got. I got the training technique, gotcha. Body maintenance and nutrition. Got it. And that's helped a lot. Yeah.
This is actually Tom finishing 2:30 half marathon, a Healy half marathon. Remember, she is 65 years old, doing this for 14 years. Amazing. Tom?
For the first time running at the finish, that is amazing.
So
I love that.
You were pushing actually to the finish line before you were not doing that. For all the entire 14 years, you were not pushing. It's hard for you to push, but
no. Yeah, right. Yes, every time, every race at the wall, everybody hit the wall, and I include me. Like I say, I just barely walk or just jogging slowly, but I never have enough energy to push. So you can look at my chart. My heart rate is flat. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really push 100%, so I still have energy. So at the last mile, I can able to push it, and it really feel really good. You get my confidence. I think I feel appreciated. Yeah, awesome. For all the help.
Yeah. How about you, Sharon? How was your half marathon went for you?
It was good. Like I said, I was tired but not exhausted. Now that's two different things.
Tell me more.
And that helps with the recovery. So I know where I need to improve
Sure.
and where I need to do better or more consistent. So those are the things that I think I was able to remember. It wasn't just like, I don't know what I did wrong, but I know exactly.
Oh, I see.
So that makes a big
aware.
difference.
You're
Yeah.
aware.
I'm
And
aware.
that's more of like growth, like what's the next one? Like, you know exactly.
Yeah.
Before you did not know what you were
No.
doing, and you're just
Right.
like showing up, like scratching your head and had no idea, but now you know. Okay, good.
Right.
And then did you feel very sore like afterwards or next day after a half marathon?
No, I was a little bit tight, but I wasn't aching. You know, I didn't need mobility. I mean, I didn't need foam rolling at all. I just did the compression socks
Sure.
for like 30 minutes, and that was it.
And
like
before,
I was good.
And before, when you were doing it, whenever you run, a race
No,
for the 14 years,
dehydration was bad for me. So it takes me days, and then exhaustion. It's beyond tired. Exhaustion. That's not good.
Okay.
So
that sounds like it's completely different experience.
Right. How I feel afterward is Tom knows too. After I said, well, I'm tired, but I'm not dying. I wasn't exhausted, and I was able to sit and chit chat and all that, and I was in a good mood. How's that? I was in a very good mood.
Yes, she was in a good mood.
I wasn't upset that
that
I didn't meet my expectation, and none of that. It was like I was in a good mood. I was happy with it.
Great. Mario, so for you, did you ever think that you were actually going to finish a full marathon? And actually, what was that your goal? Like this soon?
No, it wasn't. I can't remember when my mom told me about you, Coach, but I know she'd been training with you, and at some point in maybe August,
Sure.
she had told me that she wanted me to do a race with her at Disney.
Okay.
And the only option left was either the marathon or the Dopey, and I said no to the Dopey because that seemed like a lot for someone who I was only running. I enjoy running, but I was only running 9 miles a week, three miles 3 times a week, and just because it relaxes me. It calms down my stress. So when she told me let's have you do a marathon in 4 or 5 months, that was a bit concerning. I didn't know how I was going to do it because I've never even thought about running that far or that long, and I had never run more than maybe 6 miles once in my life. So I think once I started doing the half marathons, thanks to your coaching, I started thinking more like, I think I can actually maybe do this. So it was cool. I didn't finish as strong as I would have liked. I like Tom mentioned, I kind of limped a little bit to the finish line, but it's a lot more than I ever thought I could have done. So that was very cool. It was a very proud moment for myself.
Yeah, especially it was your first full marathon. And at the time when Gloria suggested to you Dopey, you said yes to her?
Oh, did I? Did I say yes?
Yes to her on the, to run a full marathon?
I did. I did say yes to the full marathon.
What made you say yes to Gloria?
What made me? I mean, honestly, my mom is just very, very. I don't know, convincing, imposing. I would just. She just kept bringing it up every single day. So at a certain point, it was just like, you know what? Just say yes. Just say yes and see what happens.
Aww. That's so sweet. So I also know that you live in Minnesota, and on her race, Gloria's first triathlon, you flew to New Jersey to witness her finish the Escape the Cape of May, wherein your not crazy, mighty Gloria jumped from the boat and then start swimming. But then it was only about, I think, 3 months prior to that. She didn't even know how to swim, not confident. But when you saw her do that, what was the effect on you?
I mean, I was just very proud of my mom. I remember when I saw her do her first triathlon. I can't remember what year it was, Mom. Maybe 2018. somewhere around there. It was like a little local one in our hometown of El Paso. And I remember when I saw her do the swim, it was at the 50-yard pool and one of the local pools in the city. And she was like kind of like doggy paddling, kind of just like forcing her way across the pool, but she was doing it, and that was the important thing. So to see her go from that to being able to jump off a boat, swim in the ocean against currents, against like all these like natural forces, it's a pretty cool moment to see someone be able to grow that much. And especially, people say that you're kind of more stuck in your ways as you get older. To see her be able to like develop and push herself and kind of overcome those obstacles, I thought that was, as a son, I feel like that was pretty cool. Very, very, very good to see that, maybe I could do the same for myself one day.
Great example, Gloria. Not only that you got him to say yes, because you're very convincing to say yes on the full marathon. So Mario, I also know besides the full marathon, you also finished 2 half marathon, and one of them actually, I believe you ran a 10K prior to a half marathon. Now you actually finished several. You finished 2 half, a 10K, in a full marathon in just such a short time.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I'm just very happy that I was able to do it. Very, very proud of myself. I think I tried my best to do all the work that you gave me. And I know I didn't always go as fast as you wanted me to, but I really try to do my best and get better. And I think it helps a lot that I just find running to be a very peaceful thing for me. It helps me just really calm down. So it was fun. And I think it was even more fun in those moments where, the race was something that I get to go travel and see my mom for. Being far away is kind of hard for me. So being able to like go home, run with her, go wherever she is and go run with her. It was cool, like little motivation as well, to be like, hey, one run closer to going to hang out with my mom. So that was always nice too.
So it sounds like sports become even a reason to have to spend time with your mom, a reason, which is awesome. Yeah. All right, good. Next time, Gloria, you just finished the Dopey challenge, which is the day 1 5K. So what Gloria did actually, she ran a 5K on Thursday, Friday 10K, half marathon on Saturday, and then Sunday full marathon. And that full marathon before those 3 races was actually her second full marathon in her life. Her first full marathon, she did it only a month prior to that back-to-back races.
Jennifer says, Dopey is no joke. Congratulations, yeah. Gloria.
And Gloria, you trained for about 16 weeks to get to that Dopey challenge. Before that 16 weeks, where were you in your running? Can you hear me?
I don't see you. Where are you?
No, we hear you. We hear you, Gloria.
Oh, okay. Well, running has been always stressful for me because I had a lot of issues with my breathing. And to start with, I didn't know how to really control that. I will really be very hesitated and forget about anything else. So as I grow into the workouts, and like you mentioned before, Gloria, you're missing a lot of workouts. What's going on? My main concern was today I run, I don't know, I used to start at 17 pace. I don't know if tomorrow I'm going to be able to sustain 17. I don't know if tomorrow I'm going to be able to sustain 15. And one day as I was applying the technique and the inclinations, the lean forward, the elbow jack, and the strides, and especially the march drill, mm-hmm. I was seeing the improvement in the mechanics of my body, and also the fact that I was increasing my pace. Yeah. And it was the next day a question mark. Am I going to be able to do that again? I don't know. And that was my fear, if I was going to be able to do that again. And it was really scary. That's why it was a challenge every time I tried to replicate what I did or even improve that. But as I start working increasing the miles, and I was able to sustain, and I was able to. The first time I reached 12, and I was able to sustain. It was kind of okay. Today, I don't think I could do more, but next weekend I have to do 3-5 more, and I was keep going and going. And with Mario's support, being at home during the Christmas weekend, having a partner, especially because he's very methodic about the warm up. And his curiosity about what am I doing right, what am I doing wrong with the nutrition and the warm-up exercises, and that is contagious. And I love to follow his routine about the warm-ups. He did more and beyond than I was doing before, and I replicate his exercises, and I love that. So that part was the learning curve for me, and a learning experience that I really enjoy a lot. Plus, I was experiencing also the challenges of the nutrition. So we got into the scratch, we got into the infinite, and we come into the conclusions that infinite was working very, very well for me to be able to have those 240 calories that will keep me with energy and avoid any dehydration also. So then I have issues with my GI. With GI issues, that was another challenge, that on a long distance, going to the bathroom was a big concern for me that could affect me during the race. But guess what? After all the mileage, I didn't have that problem. And it was kind of magic that I was able to focus actually on my race and not being concerned at all about the bathroom problem or being dehydrated.
Congrats. Well, we did a lot of trial and error during training, a lot of calculation. Even on, actually, all of you guys, I have all this spreadsheet that I've been holding here. So if you ask me again, this is Mario here, and then we have also Sharon is also here. And then Tom is here also. So several things that we do have. So now my question next is that going back to you, because I know we were already coaching Tom then, right? What is it about Sharon's training that you saw that you felt that you that Sharon needs coaching or would benefit a lot from the coaching? What is it that you want Sharon to get help on, and what did you feel seeing her in her training like that?
There's one of I admire Sharon for her strong mind, and she can determine what she wants to do, and that's why I like her to have some help, because there one race that one of her legs really hurt. And she actually walked with one leg on the side street and then they already removed the finish line. So she said in her mind, if nobody give me medal, she will take my medal. So,
oh my goodness. Okay.
So that's what might give me encouraged to. I think if she gets some help, proper training, and she will do a lot better. And which is. I was right, and only 3-4 weeks right before the race, and you can see she improved a lot. Even only 4 weeks of training.
Yeah. Which part of the training do you think has helped her a lot more? Like her problematic, would it be nutrition or pain, or was it more training or everything? I know the mindset you were telling me like, yeah, she's a strong mindset. She will do whatever it takes, you know.
Well, breathing,
oh,
right?
breathing,
And, and the elbow jab and the lean forward, the basic of, and how to go to work with the heel, and the couple times that we went to the Griffith part, that will help her a lot. And you can see the first time with Vanetta, we walked with Vanetta on that hill. Yeah. She was like, she was ready to kill me every time. but But after she finished, she said, "I will come back again." So that show that she capable to do that. I just need some help with some technique, and this is a general help, not only the technique, the body maintenance, the nutrition, and the strategy. So that overall help, not just one. So that's really good.
That's really good to hear. Sharon, so Tom, I remember Tom was trying to help you with your nutrition. How did that go?
Well, the thing is that his nutrition, my nutrition, are not the same. So, you know,
does he know that?
Yeah, well, he does. And he would say, you need this, you need that, but I'm not sure how much and when.
Okay.
So because his pace is different, so he burns energy differently. So if I do exactly which I've done it, it was not didn't work well with me. So that's why I dropped it. And so now this time, because I am running instead of just, you know, walking, so I'm doing a lot more running. So I was able to use those nutrition properly.
Awesome.
Awesome. Did everybody hear that your nutrition might be terrible for somebody else?
Yeah.
Yeah, because each person is very different. The nutrition needs to be matched to what's going on with you. So if you're giving tips for somebody for nutrition, it probably needs to be adjusted.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be the same.
Well, that's what we did work together over before the race.
Gotcha.
We go over the nutrition, when and where to take it and try it, because she never able to do that before. So this is the first time that she able to practice that when and when to take that nutrition, and that is somehow that work for her.
Okay, so I'm just going to show this one. This one is actually Sharon's nutrition. So for everyone who's actually watching this one, you would want to know, in terms of nutrition, you would want to know the type, timing, and amount of the nutrition that you're going to have on every hour. And that is also dependent on how you're training and also the intensity that you're going to race the race. Also, there's different external factors as well, like elevation or where you're at, or the weather temperature, so those things. So you would want to definitely train that. And we did a lot of that one with Gloria, Mario, Sharon, and Tom, where we needed to test it almost every week whenever they have key workouts. So we don't do like, okay, I'm just gonna do this on the race day because I think it's gonna work, because it may, it may actually cost you to be walking a lot more. Okay, so let me see. So now, Sharon, I know Tom suggested about the coaching to you,
right.
But of course, like, oh, why do I need coaching? Or did you think that you needed or would want to get the coaching? Because you've been running already for 14 years, right?
Yeah, no, because he was doing it before I joined you, so I saw what he was doing. So I kind of knew all the stuff he was doing by himself. So I'm like thinking, okay, this must really be important, because these were exercises that he wasn't doing before. So, but what really helped me is that not just the exercises, it's which day, what do you do? For example, if you have a long run today, Saturday, what do you do on Sunday? Like we ran on Sunday. So Monday is yoga, it's relaxed. Tuesday is you go to mobility, foam rolling, and then you go into the bit of the stretching, the core, so that knowing, have an idea what to do when. I think that's something that you need coaching for, because all these exercises, but when do you do it?
Yeah, especially when you actually went for vacation during the holidays, right? And then you have a race coming up like the second week of January, like what to do? Is it enough? Would you get hurt, right? Okay, like, do I need to do that? And then now, well, what if I want
to? Because after that Sunday run, yesterday, when I did the squat, which I would never do after a run like that, I didn't. It felt so good. So that was something that I wouldn't do on my own, which you suggested I needed to do. So things like that, for example, that would help you recover. And it really, it's nothing that I would not think I need. And then the yoga, for example, I mean, it's long, the whole hour, but afterwards, those stretching really, things like that, and when to do what. I think you need coaching for that. Maintenance.
Basically also, like structure of training. So you don't have to doubt yourself of like whether you're in the right track or not.
Well, hold on.
Oh,
I'm curious. Who else here has trouble with structure? Who's like wondering when should I do this? When should I be swimming? When should I be riding a bike?
We actually have a free live training in Ironman and Beyond. So if you're needing help for like structure, just put #structure and one of our team members will help you out, give you the direct link to that free training, because we have a lot of resources. You just need to raise your hand. So now, Mario, for you, and I know you are, you're running basically to use it as a therapy, for a stress reliever, right? Stress reliever, you get stressed, you run, right? So now, like, when your mom suggested coaching, like, didn't you ask yourself, like, why do I need coaching? I just want to do it for therapy, for stress reliever, right? Did you have that question, or did you feel like you need it, or why did you decide to actually get coaching?
Yeah, it's a good question. It was a few months ago, so I try to remember as best I can, but I wasn't running a lot. It was just 3 times a week, 3 mile, 5K every time. And, that was enough at the time. And, but even though the idea of a marathon was, kind of daunting because it was only a few months out, I did like the idea of being able to run more, not necessarily faster. That's never really been something that I cared about a lot, but just the idea of being able to go a little bit farther. Because I remember one other time I tried to run farther was like 6 miles, and my knee had hurt, and so I couldn't run for like days afterwards. And I thought maybe the coaching would help me actually being able to run, maybe 5 miles and 7 miles, and maybe one day 10 miles I'll be able to do, consistently. And so that was pretty good. And I think I think being in a new place also helped. I don't know anybody here. I don't have any, because of COVID and everything, I don't really go out too much. So I thought to myself, maybe this is a good chance for me to, do more of what I find relaxing and peaceful, and help me through this like new place, which isn't, always the most welcoming. Yeah. So I thought that would be good for me, and it was, and I think it helps me like just be better at other things, whether it be, running a lot and running more has helped me, change a little bit of how I eat and how I try to take care of myself a little bit better. So it kind of just spills over into other things as well. But it was mostly just wanting to be able to, take up even more time doing something that I find relaxing, something that I can do with my mom, and those are probably the biggest factors for me.
That's great. Gloria, I want to ask you, seeing Mario to accomplish what he has accomplished, how do you feel about it?
Very proud.
Very proud. Yeah.
Very proud and very fortunate, because when you share something in common that you train for, that you enjoy, especially that you enjoy, because there were days that were hard, and we support each other, even sometimes just with silence. Oh. But we knew that we were to back up each other there. And the recovery also was very crucial, because we practice a lot the ice baths, and we help each other to carry those 10 pounds bags of the ice. And I was listening for the ice, the frozen water, and me too. And so we knew that we were doing something for the better. I highly recommend the ice baths. Highly, highly recommend that. Yes. But the support was that we have there was tremendous, mentally and physically, because we run at night, and it was really cold, really dark, and windy. And just knowing that even though he was 2 miles ahead of me, but he was there in this Christmas period, that it was crucial for us, the training, it was amazing. Yeah. It was really, really amazing.
Yeah. I remember Gloria was telling me a story Mario, they were running in the mountains, because that was their training, a trail run. and then it got dark already, and in Texas it can be very, very cold, that they're just passing each other, hi, bye. And then up to the point that I think someone didn't have a cell phone, so they just start running together. So for the two, both of you, Gloria, Mario, Sharon, and Tom, do you feel that this bond in terms of the sport, the sport has helped you become more close, more things to do or reason to do, or like plan together? What has the sport, the running, has done in the relationship for you? Let's go to Tom and Sharon.
For me, it's companionship, because it changes as you age. So that the time together increased, and our conversation become more positive, more constructive, instead of more, detailed complaint. Other subject didn't hold that much of a importance anymore. So we discussed a lot about our race, our training, a lot of sharing of our nutrition, things like that, which change our conversation tremendously. I think it's a plus for us, because we're moving in a better direction instead of, being idle. And I think that for me is companionship, because I had more time with him. It's always been my main,
awesome,
important. So I think that's worth it at any cost.
Yeah. How about you, Tom? You want to share something? I'm not gonna put you on spot. Gloria or Mario, what has the running done for your relationship with your mom?
He's my accomplice.
Okay.
Accomplice. So he really, really partners with me, and ultimately, he is all about safety, which sometimes I overlook. Not that many, but I do. I forget about the safety in different cases, situations, right? But during this traveling, the COVID was always there. And Mario kept me with 2 masks and a visor and gloves and things like that I probably wouldn't pay too much attention. But that was important too. That was very, very important, because I cannot imagine if something occurs in between there and I wouldn't be able to do my race. That could be something not very fun. But the other part is that, in my personal opinion, I think in a way I'm leaving a legacy that he's going to inherit. And if he continue exercising, being in structure and discipline about his taking care of his body, which he's very conscious about it, navigating through the best nutrition that he can, and particularly about the body maintenance. That's everything about being an athlete. And I can see him pursue more goals for his personal accomplishment. So with that, I feel that as a parent, you are already making a statement how to continue in life. So if when he turns 50, 60, like our friends here, and Mario still runs, that will be amazing.
Oh, there you go. Very sweet, very sweet. Really, really happy that you guys have each other. My question now, what are the top 2 learnings that you've learned in the process? How about let's start, Tom. Top 2 things that you learned in the process during this training, during this coaching. Compared to the other athletes.
It's good to have when you run or when you exercise or do some drill by yourself, or when you run, you don't see yourself, and then she always tell me that, well, I think you're not moving right.
Okay.
So for a long time I say, okay, that we can help out each other. That's what I learned, and encourage to each other that there's some area that we may go difficult on the hill, that when we go to almost the finish line, what we should do. So that I think that will help each other.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Also, for me, that what we I think to work out, to run together, is I like to create a memory. So in my, I don't know, in our 20-year anniversary, I signed up for Disney half marathon.
Okay.
And my Sharon was so upset because why do we wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning
When it's
to
our
go to do the half marathon? They say, wait, that's the happiest place on earth. But she's not happy at all. But if right now I bring out that picture without a medal and we look at it and say, wow, that was good. So that's what I'm trying to do. We create a memory. So yeah.
More memorable.
Yeah.
Yes, for
So
me,
you have a memorability. The medal itself already remind you, and the
Yeah.
pictures, right? Awesome.
yeah, for me is in order to continue being healthy, maintenance is very important, because if you get hurt, it's going to affect your daily life, and it sets you back from training. So if especially me, I really want to continue doing this at my pace. So in order to do that, I have to really do all this important stuff, the drills, the strengthening, the mobility, all this, because otherwise it will end at some point. And I think that's, to me, longevity is the key here. That's what I learned, because it affected the way I do things, and it improved how I already thank you for that. And I think that's the biggest for an athlete or anybody who wants to be active. Focus on that, because if you lose that, it's going to shorten your time.
Yeah.
Longevity is the key. That's right.
Longevity in training,
That's a
and
big
right.
one.
Yeah. Also your health. And I remember when we were talking the very first time, how you like, all my friends are already in the finish line. I'm just walking. I'm hurting. My feet are hurting.
I had a plantar fasciitis.
Yeah.
I had plantar fasciitis for almost 2 years, and then that affected even just walking. That's why I tried very hard to be injury free.
Yeah. But now you're all
I've gotten rid of
already
it.
run. Amazing.
And I want to stay this way.
Gotcha.
What about you, Mario? What made the biggest difference working together with Coach Shangrila and the rest of the team?
In feistyfox coaching.
To echo what Tom said, I think that's very true. The memories. I think when I was just running by myself, I mean, I knew my mom ran, but it was still kind of just something I did by myself. And I think because of the training that coach was able to give me and helping me run further and actually get excited about doing races, just in the past, 4 or 5 months, I got a lot of really, nice memories with my mom about these races that we did, and it's cool because they're very vivid in my memory, and I really appreciate that. And I think the other thing would just be just realizing how important the running is to me, like from a mental standpoint, as someone who tends to stress and worry a lot, the running really calms me down. So I really get, like, to echo Sharon's point as well, like the longevity is important to me because I realize it helps keep me like sane.
Yeah.
So wanting to make sure that I stay, as injury free as I can and able to keep running, because I don't know what else I'm going to do if I don't have running. So
Well, I hear you. So when I coach an athlete, or when I hear an athlete that get hurt, I'm like, the next question is that how are you doing? How are you doing? Are you doing okay? Because it's not just physical, it's also the mindset, the mental, because a lot of us, that's our therapy. That's what makes us happy, especially right now. All right, let's hear from Gloria. What are the things that you learned in the process during this coaching, this training, also especially with having Mario, 16 weeks.
I mentioned this before. I followed Shangri-La for a year before I even contact her, and I saw her progress in her personal goals and how she was engaging with the community and the rest of the athletes, right? And I just kept watching and watching, and the point is commitment. when you sign up, when I reach out to her, it took me a while to write down what I wanted to ask her, to share with her, because I knew the moment that I did it, I was putting myself there for commitment. And it's a serious commitment that involves discipline. And discipline is difficult when you have to handle, when you are the head of the house and you have financial responsibilities, you have a work and many other areas that you are responsible at 100%. So now taking the time for me is like dividing the pie, right? And being an athlete, because today I call myself a triathlete because I know I am a triathlete. So being a full-time triathlete, it's a full-time job. And it requires a lot of time management and a lot of commitment and a lot of discipline. Because I'm learning a lot of things like Swift today, right? The Swift application. For instance, that's technical. That's technology. It's not even me doing nothing. And I haven't done anything yet. And I have invested time in it and trying to understand the mechanics of it. And that's just one thing. And now put the time to work and do it right, like Tom says, you realize what you're doing wrong. So it's a lot of going on in your head and your body, in addition to the rest of the humans that surround you, plus your work and your worries and etc. Right? So discipline, time management, and commitment, and having this platform that Binera and Shangrila put together, in addition to the triathletes that give us feedback and share with us their experiences that keep us going. That is the main purpose of all of this, because this is a journey, and like you said before, longevity. I want to do this until my last breath.
That's powerful.
Discipline, commitment, time management. Got it down. And I do know that Gloria see this training, in the sports as more of like being more of a preventative medicine, instead of actually waiting until she needed to go to the doctor. She doesn't want to go to the doctor. She's doing something beforehand. And then now she's doing a lot more, because now she's even doing, how to actually train right, do the body maintenance. And so that is super amazing, everyone. Congratulations, Tom, Sharon, Mario, and Gloria. It's only a start. And I remember the very first time we talked to you before you commit. And I totally understand about when you say, I'm ready, I think, maybe. Yes, I am ready. Because I know, and especially if you have the integrity and you know the power of words, when you say, yes, I'm going to do it, you are in. You got to do something about it, especially if you have someone actually holding you accountable, not just your coach, but actually your family member, which is great considering that you have each other to support, not just when it's great, but also when it's going down, when it gets hard, and actually teaching, learning from each other. Okay?
Right.
You guys just got started, in the coaching, but you have achieved so many things already. So everyone, this is what we do in Feisty Coaching. We help busy high achievers, no matter where you're coming from. Some athletes are very experienced already, some actually just starting. But no matter where you're coming from, if you have this big goal, big dreams that you're ready to tackle, we can help you. And a lot of athletes actually ask us, like, Coach, I want a training plan. Can you help? And what I wanted to tell you right now is we don't give only training plans. So I hope you don't get disappointed because training plan alone is not going to work. Okay. There's a lot of training plan online, and what we're giving you is actually what an athlete needs. And this is what I do. It took me a long time because I was also using training plan. What we give is 80-20 rapid results method that covers the body maintenance, the training, nutrition, race strategy, and mindset. Okay. All those 5 things they mentioned about the body maintenance, so you don't get injured, so you can continue what you love doing, you can continue to be sane. Okay, the nutrition, okay, because if you're training so hard but you don't have good nutrition, you could end up walking, which we discussed today. Okay, if you're not training right, or like for example, maybe you don't know what to do next day, like Sharon said, it's much better that you actually have a structured plan, so you don't second guess yourself, or you don't cram. Oh my God, my race is coming up. All right. And then also at the same time, you're not just training, especially, like for example, I know Tom and Gloria are triathletes. They're doing swim, bike, run. Okay. Guess what? They're also working, and they have their family also doing training. Isn't that like, how can you train with your family member, get a PR without losing your mind? Right? So now with Feisty Fox coaching, we don't see our athletes just as an athlete trying to check off the training plan. We see our athletes, okay, who has an overall stress that needs to be managed, because they have family, they have work, finances, relationship with friends and family. All that together, if the stress is managed, we believe that an athlete can perform and complete the training high quality and not get injured, especially because they have a better understanding. So now we do this one for everyone. So if you're a member of Ironman and Beyond, we give a free 15-minute call for those athletes who actually just want to like, coach, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Maybe you can check out what's my blind spots right now. Okay, this is free, 15-minute call. If you want that, just put hashtag game plan. We've been so busy, Vinetta and I, because a lot of athletes are actually, asking for help. We can also discuss about what I just showed you here, which is 80-20 rapid results method, which is what works. If you look at all the results of what they've achieved within a short amount of time, why is it working? Because all of this needs to be addressed. If it's not being addressed, it's going to come up,
It's going to come up at the wrong time, probably at the race.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before we end, I'm just super excited for what's next for you both, Sharon, Tom. Why don't you guys share, if there's anything that's going on next, Gloria or Mario, what do you guys see in terms of the family and sport? What do you hope to see? What are you excited about? Realizing that you guys can actually train together, get your PR without losing your mind.
Yeah, we started a different time, and we start with different pace. So eventually we will hope that we will meet someday. We will meet, and then we will able to do together and finish same time. Happy finish same time.
That's my goal.
Right.
Start together, finish together.
Right.
Yep.
It doesn't matter which race.
Yeah.
As
There you
long
go.
as
Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's our challenge,
that's my
Tom
goal.
and
Okay.
Sharon. I said that's our challenge, Tom and Sharon.
Yeah.
You
I
guys
have to step up.
I will.
How about you, Gloria and Mario?
I want to continue to grow into the triathlon practice. But I also choose things because they are meaningful for me, and meaningful in the sense that they are challenging, they are fun, they are monumental, and they demand a lot from me. And you don't know your potential until you try to explode that potential. And with my ideas and Shangri-La putting together a plan for me, it makes me feel confident. And I said that before 60, I will have to run a marathon. So thanks God, that's already check.
Done.
That I needed to do
Overexceeded it.
an Ironman, and I did sign for an Ironman in Hawaii earlier. But then Alcatraz came on, and I signed for a lotto ticket, and I got selected. And I thought, well, that is an iconic race. Hawaii is always going to be there. Alcatraz, I don't know, because if you defer, who knows if you get it again. But things happen for a reason. And if I happen to click that button and it has happened to be selected, it's because it's in my vision and it's doable. Sometimes we magnify things. That doesn't mean that they are not big enough, because they have to be big enough to scare you. And when you're scared of things, that's when the challenges start in your mind. And that's when you want to do your best. Running particularly has bring to me a lot of good results, because I see that I didn't forget swimming during the last month that I didn't swim, and my legs are stronger. I see that my legs are stronger in the bike too. So thanks to the running, I am more confident that I can do this. I still have very humble beginnings, but I am very confident that if I put the work with the structure that Shangri-La has for me, and if I might accomplish Mario in there, sharing
there you go, Mario.
the safety that I need and the grind on the ground, we can do this together.
Love it. Love it. How about you, Mario?
After seeing my mom do the Dopey challenge, that actually sounds kind of.
Gonna do it.
That sounds kind of fun. I would like to try that out. I think I think I can do it if I have the training. So that's pretty exciting. And I don't know. I never thought I could do a marathon. I don't know. I never even thought about a marathon before. I've never really run that far before training with you. But the idea of a triathlon sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
So maybe that could be something that I could also, start working towards, and try to see if I can do that too. And my mom's a good role model, so I've seen all the triathlons she's done. So I think that'd be a cool thing for us to maybe do together, because I think she likes that more than just pure running. So I think that'd be could be a cool thing for us to do together too, and have some more memories, hopefully.
Oh my God. You didn't even say, you didn't even have to talk about it. You just you convinced him already. I'm all like, there's a smile here. I can't wait until Sharon also says something, but we're gonna give Sharon a time about triathlon. But you know what? I feel so much love amongst both of you, Sharon and Tom, and also Mario and Gloria. You have been such a great example. That's why I'm all smiling. There's so much love, and support. And I hope everyone who's been listening and viewing this, I hope it inspires you to actually, to build something or continue building a much stronger relationship with your family in sport. And I think this is just truly beautiful. I'm loving it. But I'm gonna let you guys go because it's getting late, and it's been a pleasure. And it's been blessed that you guys have time. So everyone, if you got a lot from this, let's thank Sharon, Tom, Mario, and Gloria for their time, or put #value if you got a lot. And we're going to have another free live training next Wednesday. It'll be back to 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. All right, everyone, you guys have a great week. Continue to be doing hard, fun training. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.